What is up, guys? It's your boy Milad coming to you with another movie review. I know it's been a minute since the previous one, but I haven't watched the movie in a little bit of time. But yesterday I watched the movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I know you guys may be wondering, why would you watch a movie like that, Milad? So this movie a little bit different than what I usually watch, so this is gonna be a little bit shorter of a review because I don't really have much to say about the movie because it's pretty simple of a movie. Some movies get a little complicated and you gotta give a good little review and explaining. This movie, similar to like Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, pretty simple movies, so not much that can be really said about them. I grew up watching Dora the Explorer on Nickelodeon. I didn't really like always focus on that show, but like if nothing else was on, then I watched it. So that's what got my first piece of interest in this movie. Second piece of interest was that I saw the Rotten Tomato scores were pretty high for this movie when a lot of people were talking pretty lowly about it before its release. So that caught my peak interest as well. So I was really curious on, okay, I have to go watch this movie and check it out. So I took my little sister yesterday and we watched the movie because, like, you know, I thought, why not? So went into the movie theater, everything was good to go, watched the movie, kind of got a little sleepy around certain parts, I won't lie. And the other weird thing about if you watch it in the theaters, it's gonna be filled with kids. So you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of like little kid reactions happening throughout the movie and kids like yelling randomly or like, you know, acting along with the movie and just some weird reactions where if you're an older person, you wouldn't really be used to it, where if you're younger, you'll enjoy and you'll have fun with it. But nonetheless, now the content of the movie was pretty much about Dora, who grew up in the jungle, and she had her cousin Diego with her, where they were separated when they were a little younger. Diego went to the city, Dora stayed in the jungle, and they grew up, and then now their parents were searching for this gold treasure. They were not treasure hunters, is what they tried to emphasize in the movie. They're just explorers. They're not there to look for treasure. They're there just to, you know, check things out, which kind of sounds weird because, like, why are you searching for this treasure but not treasure hunting? Like, there's a lot of other stuff out there to look for and explore that don't have that much, you know, that don't have to have treasure. Like, why treasure have to be involved? But, you know, that's part of the movie, and they kind of brought it together when there was villains and stuff like that. Swiper the Fox and all that stuff were happening in the movie to kind of bring things together in terms of creating some conflict in the movie. So, you know, they went searching for this treasure. First of all, the parents went on their own. And then I guess my most interesting part of the movie was watching Dora in high school, which was my main reason I kind of watched this movie. I was kind of curious on how a jungle girl was able to adapt to the high school environment and stuff like that. And it was pretty hilarious, those parts. Movie got pretty comedic during certain parts of it. And then, you know, I was wondering, like, how they're going to bring this back together. How's Dora going to end up exploring in the rainforest, jungle, whatever it was, when looking for that treasure as well. Her parents left her and she felt pretty heartbroken about not being able to go along with them. So, you know, she went with that. She felt like there was a whole museum scene that happened that somehow catapulted her into the jungle. So she became part of that, and she got tricked by this other guy who was also helping her, yada yada. And in the end, she pretty much found the treasure. There were some pretty cool, intense little scenes. It's a little kids movie, so you can't really expect something too crazy, too thriller-like, too intense, to like make your heart beat like crazy. It was just fun to watch in certain parts. And then after that happened, the biggest thing I think in the movie too was how in the end Dora was wanted to find out more about the city. She kind of went into this environment she wasn't too comfortable with earlier in the movie, and, you know, like being around Diego and actually like experiencing it a little bit more and creating friends after nobody was really accepting of her. She felt like, okay, I actually want to experience a little more of this, when she was kind of against it earlier in the movie. But that's pretty much how the movie went, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's nothing too crazy, you know. Watch it if you have free time and you want to watch a movie. If not, you're not really missing out on too much unless you're a big Dora fan, and it kind of gives that nostalgic feeling if that's what you watched on Nickelodeon and as a little kid. So that's pretty cool. And my rating of the movie would have to be around like a 6.8 or 7 out of 10. I'd have to go between that. I'd probably give it that 7 out of 10 because it was a good movie overall. And I'd only be knocking it a 6.8 because I didn't enjoy it like 100%. But you know, it was a good movie. I can't really knock it on that. So, you know, that's pretty much what it comes down to. 7 out of 10 on this movie. Kind of look at it as a 3.5 out of 5, which is actually sounds pretty good. But you know, nonetheless, let's end this movie review here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a wonderful day and wish you guys the best of success and peace.